We have the most depressed, suicidal, alcohol-addicted generation in history. Why is this happening? Did we do this to ourselves? Well, with us to help unpack and explore that topic, and we don't have enough time to do it, but enough to get started, is a great American patriot, Dr. Mark McDonald. Doctor, welcome back to the program.
Good to be back, Charlie.
So, Doctor, let me ask you, from a psychological perspective, a lot of parents are wondering, now that the lockdowns are over and their kids are back into the flow, why are they now more depressed than ever? What's your answer to that?
Well, my answer to that is, I've been seeing children for 10, 12 years now in private practice. And in the last 2.5, I have never, ever seen such a rapid, precipitous decline in mental health. Anxiety, depression, suicidality. 2 children in my practice died during the lockdowns, both from fentanyl overdoses in their homes. I also see incredibly huge, rapid increases in drug use, especially marijuana, which, as anyone who's been listening to the news lately has heard, is finally now starting to get its due as a cause of significant psychotic breaks and executive functioning problems in young people. It should have happened years ago, and finally it's now being heard. The reason why we still have problems, even after these lockdowns are over, is that we haven't actually addressed the fundamental problem and the cause of this mental health collapse. And in my view, it has a lot to do with alienation, particularly young men and young boys. We have not supported, strengthened, and encouraged boys to become men, to explore, to grow, to challenge, to accomplish. We have essentially been telling them now for years and years that they are the cause of every problem in society, that they are rapists, that they are misogynists, that they're the patriarchy. And so what you see, and you saw this just a few days ago on the July 4th shooting, is you see a very disturbed young man. You can tell just by looking at his face, his hair, his gaunt expression. He's confused. He's wearing a skirt. He wants to be a transgendered girl. These boys don't have a place. They don't have a sense of purpose. They don't understand what their identity or their meaning is. And so they're leaving now this lockdown period where they've been sitting in front of screens, playing games and watching porn, not going to school, not being tested with reality, and they are completely at a loss. This is not going to get better. It's not going to improve until we actually start to address the fundamental problem: lack of fathers, acceptance of marijuana use in young people, pushing transgender ideology, the attacks on masculinity. I mean, I could go on and on. There's a lot of sub-causes of this, but the root cause is not supporting the growth of young men. And of course, this affects girls too, because when you have a weak generation of young men, you wind up with girls who don't have a place. They don't express their femininity. They don't know how to connect with men. They're alone, and they have no purpose of getting married and having children. I mean, these are not that complicated issues, but they're very, very profound.
And they think they have to become men, or they become lesbians or whatever.
Correct.
So